First of all, congratulations to Ryan Garcia for winning the fight over Mario Barrios. Took the belt from him. No surprise whatsoever. The only surprising thing to me personally is that this fight actually went to the scorecards, because before the fight, I personally picked Ryan Garcia to stop Mario Barrios in 9 rounds, but it went the distance. And to be totally honest with you, I thought the fight really was going to go to a stoppage, considering the fact that he dropped Barrios in the first round, and he kind of was teeing off on Barrios throughout the fight. I mean, he actually hit Mario Barrios with everything plus the kitchen sink, and somehow he didn't get the stoppage. But the thing is that Ryan Garcia came in, he put on a master performance. Now, we already know we gotta obviously have Ryan thank the WBC, because I'm gonna tell you why. We already know Ryan Garcia was coming off of a loss against Rolly Romero and automatically jumped back in the actual another title shot with another champion for the WBC. And to make matters even worse, Mauricio Suleiman was in the corner of Ryan Garcia once Ryan Garcia got in the ring, and I didn't even see Mauricio Suleiman go over to Mario Barrios' side when he got in the ring. That just goes to show that they were really pushing for Ryan Garcia, to actually win his fight. Now, I know a lot of people call Mario Barrios the weakest champion, especially based off his last 2 fights being a draw or whatnot. To me, totally honest with you, I think Rolly Romero is the weakest champion. Now, I know he got the win over Ryan Garcia. Maybe that was just a bad performance, or maybe that's just a bad matchup for Ryan Garcia in general. But I think Rolly Romero is the weakest champion. But besides that, Ryan Garcia did manage to get the win over Mario Barrios. Had Mario Barrios looking confused, slow-footed, sitting up there, didn't pull the trigger half the times, unless Ryan Garcia was backed up against the ropes. The funny thing about the whole situation is that Ryan Garcia's right hand was doing the most damage, when a lot of people, including myself, going into a fight thinking that he was going to kill Mario Barrios with the left. Now, he was hitting Mario Barrios with the left hook and everything else too, but it seemed like the more effective punches was from the right hand of Ryan Garcia. And the funny thing about it is that Mario Barrios and his team, they trained for the right hand as well, because they was expecting that Ryan think, he was going to go for the left and forget about the right. But it's just that they couldn't stop the right. That's the funny thing about it. They prepared for the right as well as the left, but they couldn't stop the right. They really couldn't even stop either one of them. Seemed like they did a better job stopping the left than they did on the right. But again, Ryan Garcia is the quicker fighter. He got faster hand speeds and everything else. So that just goes to show. There you go. But anyway, I know they talked, well, I put it like this. There was a talk between rounds 11 and 12 to Shakur Stevenson. And Shakur basically said Ryan Garcia looked like the Ryan Garcia that fought Devin Haney. And actually he did. It's just that he didn't get the many knockdowns that he did on Mario Barrios. But the only thing about it is that we gotta wait and see if Ryan Garcia pops dirty after this fight. If he doesn't pop dirty, then you can say, yo, he looks real good. You know what I'm saying? Say he's the best. Because I would have said he looked better in the Haney fight, but because Ryan Garcia popped dirty, I have to take that away. Because, once you pop dirty in a fight, all that looking good stuff, that shit don't count in my eyes, you know what I'm saying? Even though, like I say, he was piecing up Devin Haney. But now, I want to also give congrats to Ryan Garcia's father, Henry Garcia, because this is the thing. A lot of times, you got these content creators And certain fans out there always trying to downplay the father that brought their kids up through boxing and say, oh, your father only took you as far as you can. Why don't you go get somebody else? I'm glad to see that Ryan Garcia had his father in his corner when he absolutely won the title. As a matter of fact, when he won it, and during the post interview in the ring, he basically said he dedicated this belt to his dad.
Well, yeah, I mean, I dedicated this fight to my father. That was the beginning of this whole journey. I said, Dad, I'm gonna be a champion. Like I'm ready now. I'm gonna commit myself fully, and I promise you, I'm gonna win this world title. And my dad's been there every step of the way since I was 7 years old, all the way through, and never left my side. I've been through ups and downs. I got fame really quick and got judged many times, and I made a lot of mistakes, but I made a 360 turn and committed myself to be the best champion I could be, and I finally feel like I'm here now.
You know what I'm saying? So that just goes to show, when people always talk about get rid of your father, y'all don't know what the hell y'all be talking about, man. Including fighters, man. Y'all just be spewing nonsense to give these content creators, some content to push a dumbass narrative to say get rid of your father. No, you don't get rid of your father. Not the father that brought you in boxing, especially he the one training you. I don't give a damn what he sound like in the corner. And the funny thing about it is Henry Garcia was giving excellent directions in the corner as well. He was giving excellent directions, and Ryan Garcia was following. It's probably, like I said, it's probably the best Ryan Garcia ever looked since the Devin Haney fight, even though I don't count that because he popped dirty, but it doesn't matter. That's the best he ever looked. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I said, you got to see if the man pops dirty or not in a few days or not. You know what I'm saying? Or a month, give about a month, see if everything clears. If everything all clears, then boom. Now, I'm going to move on to this. Ryan Garcia was one of the guys who was talking about that belt don't matter shit. I don't give a damn about a belt and all that other stuff. You saw his reaction when he won the fight, just by becoming a champion.
What's up, guys? It feels good finally to be a world champion. This is something I've been dreaming of since I was 7 years old. This is the most richest history of bout you could get. 147 welterweight champion, WBC champion of the world. That's legendary. Oscar held that belt. Floyd's held that belt. Everybody's held that belt. And now Ryan Garcia is holding that belt. Honestly, this feels like a dream come true. And I couldn't be more happy and blessed right now.
See, that belt actually meant something to him. You know what I'm saying? It really means something to him. So all these people talk about, they try and get on this trend, belts don't matter. Belts don't matter. They know good damn well half of them be lying. They know they lying. Now, I'm not advocating for the belt. It's just the fact that you winning the title. I don't give a damn if it's a trophy or not. It's the fact that you winning a title, the fact that you are being called a champion, that's what really matters. They probably ain't really worried about the actual belt. They're just worried about being called the champion at the end of the day. Now, another thing, I don't know how true it is, but there was a rumor saying that the Ring magazine belt was on the line as well. And I find that kind of odd if it is true, because, people was running around saying Mario Barrios is the weakest champion. So if he's the weakest champion and somehow the Ring magazine belt was on the line, I don't think it was, but if it is, that's a slap in the face, especially if y'all call it Mario Barrios the weakest champion. That should not happen. As a matter of fact, it would be embarrassing for a guy coming off of a loss to another champion and then go fight Mario Barrios and they happen to have the Ring magazine champion on the line. I hope that's not true. I didn't see the Ring magazine issue to anybody inside the ring, so I'm going to assume that it wasn't on the line. But if it was, I'll be like, that's a slap in the face at the end of the day. But anyway, this is my post analysis for the Ryan Garcia Mario Barrios fight. This is Bold and Understanding. I'm out. Peace.